Hello all. So I'm preparing for an exam called CIPM, Certified Information Privacy Manager. I thought I'll share this certification details with you. So if somebody is interested, uh, they can also prepare. So CIPM stands for Certified Information Privacy Manager. I am trying to get into a privacy role. Um, so I believe this certification helps a lot. And as per all the LinkedIn and job board, this is a very sought after certification. So the vendor is called IAPP. You can Google it, International Association of Privacy Professionals. um, the focus is obviously privacy practice. It is pathway to a DPO designation, means um, data privacy officers, is a requirement, sometimes regulatory requirement. So there you need to have this kind of certifications so that you qualify for that role. The exam consists of 90 question total, uh, with a set of 45. There is a set 1, which contains 45 questions. Then you have a break, okay, and then you have another set 2 of 45 questions. You can review back and forth here, you can review back and forth here, but you cannot review from set 2 again to set 1. After the break you can only answer the set 2 uh, questions. The first attempt will cost you 550 USD, and if you have to retake, that costs around 375 USD. Okay, this is just for information. Let's hope we will clear in the first go itself, right? So if you look into the all the job boards and the LinkedIn, the demand is right now booming. The certification from IAPP is worldwide recognized, and if you find a DPO role, definitely you will find at least one or two certifications from IAPP. That is in the job description. This is taken from pay scale. um, you can see most are C-suite or legal counsel kind of job posts. The bottom one you can see is a privacy officer. So these are all very high level posts in any organization. So once you have privacy related certification, you're eligible to try for these roles. The CIPM exam tests you on 6 domains: developing privacy framework, how to run the privacy program, and there is this life cycle. So basically, let's say you're a privacy officer in an organization. How you're going to maintain the data protection posture of the organization that is aligned with the regulations of either, obviously, the country where the organization is based, and also the country where they have the clients. Both has to be aligned, right? So CIPM gives you the insight. So there are other certification from IAPP called, like, for example, the CIPP, which specifically talks about Europe, US, or let's say APAC. They specifically talks about the regulations. But CIPM, it's more of a framework. It tells you how to implement, run, and monitor the privacy program within your organization. So who can become CIPM? Currently, there is no prerequisite like experience or anything like that. However, if you have an aligned job role in IT audit, risk compliance, security governance, it obviously helps. I've seen a lot of people from law having maybe an LLB or a LLM. They are switching into IT Council through this CIPP and CIPM certifications. Okay, so if you have such a background, uh, this is also, you can something you can explore. You have idea into any geospecific privacy regulatory requirements, or have a certifications like the CIPP EU, which tells you about the GDPR, right? CIPP US, which focuses on, I guess, privacy shield, um, safe harbor, etc., right? So I have the CIPP/EU, which talks about GDPR, which is the gold standard. Similarly, if you have a CIPP/US, you will be aware of the US regulatory laws. There is also an APAC variant, CIPP/APAC, which I think is more aligned to Hong Kong, Taiwan, Singapore, um, these jurisdictions' data regulations. So, if you have a certification or have experience on those areas, that would also help, but it's not mandatory. So, when can you become a CIPM? So, first you have to pass the exam, which will set you back with 550 USD as of today. Then you have to maintain your certification. Annually you have to pay 250 USD. So there are two ways: either you can pay certification maintenance fee, or you can pay annual maintenance fee. Both are, I think, 250 USD. I think AMF is the cheaper one. It takes care of all the certifications you have from CIPP, right? So what is the job market scenario? So most MNCs nowadays, if you check their job sites, their career portal, and do a search on the privacy keyword, you will definitely find something. Um, and many of these jobs have IAPP certifications listed as their requirement. Many organizations, I'll give you an example. For example, let's say an organization is um, based in Brazil, okay, and um, it deals with European customers, okay, based in, let's say, Spain. So in that case, the organization need to be aware of the Brazil's local um, data regulations, and also the European GDPR, and take an informed decision. So here the DPO comes into play. Maybe you will have a single DPO, or you have if you have an establishment in the Europe, definitely you need a DPO there if your organization matches certain size and nature of data processing. So a DPO role is not optional nowadays, it is a regulatory mandate. So there is a lot of scope. And one more thing is, as I have only done the CIPP/EU, from GDPR perspective, the DPO have immunity from liability of damages. What it means is, if an organization is fined by a regulator, the maximum fine is 20 million euros, okay, or 4% annual turnover, okay, whichever is maximum, okay. Let's say this is X amount and this is Y amount, um, right? and let's say y is greater than x, then you have to pay y as the fine. So this is very rare case, but this is the maximum fine you can have under GDPR. So that's why you need a DPO, um, or people with similar expertise who can help the organization align with the data regulations. So it was a short video. uh, I'm also preparing for this exam. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments box. If you have done the certification or planning to do,